Just getting set up really quick. Okay, we should be ready to start now. I got my timer. Finally have working chargers, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's get started. Today I decided to only hunt on 3 consoles. I didn't feel like stressing my hands with all the cramps, especially because I just recently got like a weird burn mark from changing oil, and yeah, I don't want to stress this hand out too much. So we'll only be hunting on 3. We will be doing English Leafgreen, Japanese Leafgreen, and Japanese Firered. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The goal for today is to get to at least, at least 5,000. Because I do also want to start my Generation 4 Shiny Starter team. Okay, let me turn up the volume on everything. It's been a good while since we've been hunting here. Okay. Let's get right into it. 1, 2, 3. Nothing. But yeah, today's stream is going to be more relaxed. Nothing crazy. Well, actually, since we're hunting on 3 consoles, maybe we should tone it down. Instead of 1,000, maybe let's go for like 600 or 750. 1, 2, 3. I forgot how quick this was. It's been like 2 weeks since I've touched this hunt. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, because last week, what did we do? We hunted on, was it Nintendo DS's? Or did we skip last week's hunt? Because I know I had a power outage. Had to postpone something. Forgot what it was. 1, 2, 3. And then the charger stopped working. But yeah, we're finally back. So I hope we get this soon. Okay. Oh, thank you. I appreciate the luck. Oh, good morning, guys. Good morning. Yeah, what's your question? So obviously you're super familiar with these games. I know in Emerald, um, yeah, you can still RNG manipulate in these games. However, it's much more difficult to pinpoint your seed and your target frames because the internal clock is actually functioning for these games. Um, if I were to recommend a reliable source on how to shiny hunt, it would probably be Papa Hefe or I'm a Blissey. They're both amazing at RNG manipulation, and they pretty much have it down to a science for Firered and Leafgreen. So definitely check them out if you have any questions, because I am no expert in RNG manipulation. 2, 3. Um, what if my seed was just impossible? Um, well, you could always soft reset your game, and it would re-roll the seed. So it's not totally hopeless. A broken battery does help with RNG manipulation. However, you still have to be pretty precise to do it. Let's see. Let me catch up on chat really quick. Oh, good luck on your Onyx hunt. Sending you all the luck. Yeah. So when you restart your game, it re-rolls for a completely different random seed. Like it pulls from the pool of the same initial seeds, but depending on your frames, it generates a different seed. Um, yeah, I'm not the best at explaining this, so definitely check out I'm a Blissey or Papa Hefe. Um, they can clear up any confusion or questions you might have. Yeah, sure, no problem. Oh, you're aiming for the complete Pokedex? If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure in, yeah, Leafgreen, you can catch more Pokemon for the Pokedex in that version because it has one extra exclusive Pokemon to it. No, yeah, but good luck on completing it. It is a very big task for sure. Emerald was your first game, um, 3 years ago. Yeah, I don't think I've ever completed the Emerald Pokedex. Currently, I'm working on it right now. I should be done with it by the end of September, but yeah, that's one daunting task. Oh, what's up, Purple? Nice to see you in stream. I need to remember to count my encounters. I always forget to press the plus button. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, you speedrun Ruby and Sapphire? Yeah, those games are like pretty nice to speedrun. I only ever do it though to reach the Ruby and Sapphire Battle Tower, so I can do the Battle Tower glitch. But besides that, um, no other reason to speedrun it. Yo, what's up? Oh yeah, I'm super excited to start the Gen 4 stuff as well. I'm hoping by, yeah, a couple hours after this stream, I will be back to hunt for my Sinnoh starter. But yeah, super excited. It's been a long time coming. What I really want to do in Gen 4 though is Masuda method for shiny Pokemon and do the Battle Frontier. Those two are my main goals. But yeah, I'm thinking once I finish the Sinnoh Dex, like actually catch everything, then I'll switch over to Heart Gold and Soul Silver. But yeah, that's the plan. But I'll probably do Heart Gold and Soul Silver probably around November, December. I feel like by then I should have decent progress in the Sinnoh region. Oh yeah, that Diamond and Pearl, they do run super slow. I don't know if I should play through both Diamond and Pearl entirely, or just up until the points where I can get the version exclusives, and then I'll mainly just focus on Platinum. But we'll see as we play. I'm pretty sure you can catch all 3 legendaries in Platinum, so there should be no problem with playing Platinum. I'm thinking around, yeah, probably around 2 hours later, I'll end this stream, take 1 hour break, and then start the Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum Shiny Hunt. Seems like a nice time frame. If I do have extra time tomorrow, I think I'll hunt then, but for most of next week, I will not be available. I'll be going on vacation, so no live streams next week. What do I mean by time frame? Well, like how much free time I have right now. I'm currently 1, 2, 3 on a schedule. I really do hope that we get some good IVs. I want to use this Zapdos for a singles team, and the only problem with that is I can only do so much with EVs. Since I want to use it in the level 50 tower, it won't be fully optimized. So I'm hoping good IVs somewhat offset that. And I only want to use it in the level 50 tower because I want the level 50 ribbon. So I'm heavily banking on good IVs, or at least a good hidden power. But its typing should more than cover the other team members I want to use with Zapdos. Oh, no, yeah. My bad. I did not mean to confuse. I'm really excited for the Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald games to be released for Virtual Console, because then more people get to jump into these games and really enjoy them. 1, 2, 3. Because I personally think this generation is the best Pokemon has to offer. So I'm really looking forward to people playing these older games more. Although if I do want good IVs and good hidden power, I could try RNG manipulating, but again, that seems super intimidating to do. I do know it's possible though. I'm pretty sure, I think it was I'm a Blissey. He has like a web browser version of some RNG tool, and I saw him use it on one of his videos, and he pretty much got his shiny Zapdos fairly quickly. Then again, he is like a pro at it. But yeah, maybe if I go over odds, I'll consider RNG manipulation. but I have a good feeling about this hunt. I super doubt we'll go above odds. Oh, you think that if you use RNG manipulation, you'll lose interest? I mean, I can kind of see that, because if something becomes too easy, it loses its appeal. Especially with stuff like this, like its rarity just gives the impression of less rare if it's easy to obtain. So I can see the argument for both sides. Oh, what's up, Retro? Nice to see you. RNG manipulation is for weaklings. Well, I do know somebody who would strongly agree with you. But yeah, um, that would be like a last resort if we don't get Zapdos under odds. I'll go for the big numbers. I mean, I could try double odds at like 14,000, or yeah, 14,000, just around there. Because I think, yeah, my longest hunts starting at number 3 definitely would have to go to Bagon. My shiny Bagon hunt took around, I want to say it was 17 or 19,000 encounters. Um, what was the other one? Oh, and then it was my Snorlax hunt. That one took around 20 something thousand encounters, and that was my most tedious one. Like, I got really tired of the Pokeflute music really quick. And then my longest hunt, I mean, it depends, because I just finished Safari Summer, and if we're counting like total overall encounters, I phased 14 times, and I ended at like around 54,000 encounters for a shiny Execute. And it was the only shiny Kanto I found, yeah, the only shiny Kanto Pokemon I found in any Safari Zone. Every other shiny was in the Hoenn Safari Zone. So I've had some pretty long hunts. Well, now if we're talking like really short hunts, um, for Generation 3, my shortest hunt would have to go to Sandshrew. It was phase 1 of my shiny Trapinch hunt, and it was only 2 hours into the hunt that I found it. So pretty early on. Then after that, what was it? There's something else that I found pretty early. Oh, my Feebas. I found my Feebas at 662 encounters. So that one was pretty nice. Oh, you get tired after 2 to 300 soft resets? I mean, that's a lot considering, like, if you're using one console, that's definitely like a big number. Um, because when I used to hunt on just 2 consoles, I would average maybe like 6 to 700, and then when I jumped up to 3 consoles, it was at least 900. And eventually, when I got 4 consoles, I would cap out at a minimum of 1,000, max of like 1,200 a day. But then again, I'd make sure to like time myself or pace myself. I would never hunt more than like 2 hours a day. Oh, but yeah, that's a lot of encounters if it's just one console. Oh, you're using 4. I mean, hey, hunting is hunting. Realistically, every encounter could possibly be a shiny, so you're putting in the work. Oh, another reason I am in a rush to complete my Ho Index is because there's one Pokemon I really want to shiny hunt in Generation 3, and I want to use it for the Battle Frontier. 1, 2, 3. But you can only get it once you complete your Ho Index. So that's another incentive I have to actually tackling that task. I still have a long way to go though. My Ho Index is nowhere near complete. Oh, what's up, Sandy? Nice to see you. Oh, you get more shinies from single console hunting? That's insane luck. Congrats on that. Are you the only one using single console hunt? I mean, even with single consoles, you still have the same odds as multiple consoles. Because you don't actually increase your shiny odds with more consoles. It's still the same one in like, what is it, 8,000, 7,000. So you're good. For my first ever shiny on the channel, I started hunting on a single console, and it only took me 1,000 encounters, just around there. So you should be good. Um, Yeah, just hunt however you can, and you'll be fine. I hope you get that shiny Chimchar, though. That is a nice shiny. How far into your Chimchar hunt are you? Around 1800 soft resets. That's a lot. 1, 2, 3. Like, hopefully it shines pretty soon. Yeah, just stay consistent and it'll show up. Um, how long does it take to soft reset in Gen 4? Like, does it take like a minute or a couple of seconds? Like, to get back to the starter selection screen? Because I know for Firered and Leafgreen, when I was hunting my shiny Bulbasaur, the Japanese games, they progressed much faster just because the text box generate at a faster pace. So I'm just wondering, like, what's the average time for the Gen 4 starters? Oh, it takes like over a minute. Okay. Um, yeah, it's gonna be a long hunt then for when I try it out. Because I've never hunted in Gen 4, so it will feel longer in comparison. For the Fire Red and Leaf Green starters, on average, I do like 2 soft resets a minute. And then for the Hoenn starters, I'm pretty sure, yeah, about 3 a minute. So yeah, these Sinnoh hunts will feel much longer. I'm honestly not sure which starter to hunt because I like all 3. It's kind of like the Hoenn starters. I could go for Piplup. That was the first ever starter I got when I played Platinum as a kid. But then I like Turtwig more now as I'm older, so I could go Turtwig. However, Chimchar, that's a classic. Like, you can't go wrong with Chimchar either. Yeah, I could do Masuda method, but I really want to do like a full odds, like actual starter hunt, um, using like the actual starter. I feel like it'd be a nice start to my Generation 4 journey. I probably will do Masuda method for the other two starters some time in the future, but for this first one, I want it to be like the actual starter. I did see I don't know if you guys have seen it, but there's this like Korean modder. He mods like the original Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum games. He's somewhere on YouTube. I don't know his name though because it's in all Korean characters, but he made it to where you can patch your game in all three games and your starter or any Pokemon will follow you just like in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. And I want to find out how to patch my cartridges just for that cool little feature. Because imagine your Pokemon following you everywhere in Sinnoh. That'd be so nice. But yeah, if I find his channel, I'll link it in the description probably tomorrow. But yeah, that's so cool. Um, the walkaway method for the legendary birds, it does work for all three. However, it's the fastest with Zapdos. So you'd be better off soft resetting for Moltres and Articuno. Um, yeah, I just recently learned about this from Beavries. Um, so it was nice. It saves on a lot of time. But yeah, Zapdos is the only viable walkaway option. Does the runaway work with Mewtwo as well? I'm not sure. It probably does, but it'd still be faster to just soft reset for Mewtwo. Just because leaving that floor would take a lot of like extra steps or extra running. Yeah, it's faster if you reset for Articuno, Moltres, and Mewtwo, but for Zapdos, you're better off like walking away and re-entering. Does anybody know if you turn off animations, does that also get rid of the shiny sparkle effect? Because I do have animations turned off for, I think, just one of these, but I don't know if that would affect the shiny sparkle effect. Yo, what's up, Alolan? Nice to have you. Hopefully you're doing great. Will I be transferring my shinies to bank or keeping them in the cartridges? Um, Originally, I wanted to make the majority of my shinies ribbon masters, and then when the Pokemon Bank server shutdown thing got announced, I pretty much had to scrap those plans because that isn't enough time for me to make all of my shinies ribbon masters. I still want to get as many ribbons on them as possible, so I'll probably, yeah, I probably won't transfer them to bank at all. I'll just keep them in Gen 3 and 4 so I can get as many ribbons as I can there. Um, it's really unfortunate because I really wanted to make them ribbon masters across each generation, but with the announcement of bank shutting down, I just had to rework my plans a bit. Although, um, they can still be in gens 3, 4, and 5 without any problems. And these three gens are, for the most part, my favorites, so it's not entirely bad. I mean, either way, I would have only gotten them up to Gen 7, since those are like, that's like my last favorite generation, so they would have never gone to the Switch games. Maybe I would have kept them on my home app just to have on my cell phone, but there's really no point in having them on your phone when they can be in the game. So yeah, they'll probably just stay in Gen 5, and that's totally fine. But yeah, the original plan was to transfer them all the way up with every ribbon. Yeah, they announced it like we knew it was going to happen eventually. However, I started my channel, I guess, a little too late, so now I am on a time crunch. So it's not entirely their fault. We did have a lot of time, but then again, it costs them nothing to keep the servers running. Um, I saw somebody do the math on how much data it would take to keep the servers running, because if you take into account the maximum number of Pokemon that can be in Pokemon Bank for any given player, and then the amount of players that use Bank, that still is less than like a couple, no, it's less than 2 terabytes of data to store in the cloud, which in the grand scheme of things for a mega corporation like Nintendo, 1, 2, 3, that's literally nothing. It's like a drop of water and a huge pool of money. So it sucks that it's shutting down, but they also didn't need to shut it down. I remember when Gen 6 first got announced, everyone was super excited because it was going 3D. X and Y was okay. Like, they were the first ones to do it, besides like XD and Coliseum. But I'll give Gen 6 a pass on the 3D. Gen 7 was okay. Um, I actually enjoyed Gen 7 a lot, so I'm not too hard on that generation. But once we hopped over to the Switch era, that's when the laziness was really apparent. And that's where I really started not liking the 3D Pokemon style. Because it was like almost a decade and they haven't innovated anything. They could have easily just kept Sword and Shield on the 3DS. But Yeah, I don't mind the 3D in Gen 6 or 7. I think those are totally fine. It fits the 3DS aesthetic. Oh, and then there's like a fan-made software that lets you transfer your Pokemon from Gens 4 and 5 all the way up to 6 and 7. So all hope isn't lost. The only bridge that will be burned is um, the transfer from Gen 7 to 8, so into the Switch era. But I'm pretty sure eventually someone will find a workaround. So, it's not completely hopeless. And I did recently see a video on the internet about someone creating their own Celebi event and sending it to their Firered and Leafgreen on the Switch. So they could do that. I'm pretty sure there's a way to do something similar for your Gens 6 and 7 Pokemon being transferred into the Switch games. So I feel like there's already seeds of hope in the community. Yeah, the whole Switch era has been a mess. Like, the Let's Go games were a nice introduction, but they were mainly just a cash grab to bring in the Pokemon Go players. Yeah, they never innovated. Like, their definition of innovation was a larger map that felt more empty. Um, yeah, it just sucks. Oh, and then their gimmicks. That was another way of, I guess, innovating their games, but really it's just like another bell and whistle to hide the fact that their game is so bare bones. Yeah, cutting the national decks was pretty dumb, especially considering that one Pokemon, like the data for one Pokemon, is less than what's it called? Like the smallest measurement of data. Um, it's less than a megabyte, like a fraction of a megabyte. They could have easily fit the whole national dex onto a single game. They just chose not to. Oh, thanks, coach. I appreciate the luck. Yo, what's up, Amaryllis? Nice to see you. You haven't missed much so far. Um, we're only like 340-ish encounters in. I forgot. Oh yeah. Um, that's a bad habit I have. Like I just sometimes just forget, but it's okay. We're like in the rough ballpark for sure. Yo, what's up, Giovanni? Glad you could make it again. Can't I soft reset? Soft resetting would take longer than walking away. The optimal method for hunting Zapdos in these games is to exit the building and re-enter because it takes less time than soft resetting and going through all the menus. Um, However, this method only works for Zapdos. It is much faster to soft reset for the other two birds and for Mewtwo. Yeah, Runaway is the way to go for this hunt, for sure. Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah, this is a pretty old school setup. Um, it's currently the best I can do. I'm not very good with technology, so um, yeah, this is pretty much it. Yo, welcome back. So far for nicknames, I have a couple. So if I find a shiny in the Japanese games, I have to be mindful of the character limit since they only allow for 5 characters for those nicknames. Um, but my top picks for sure have to be Cloud, Nimbus, and Rumble. Cloud and Nimbus are, you know, pretty obvious, but they're like a type of cloud. Um, Rumble, I decided on Rumble because it reminds me of like the sound of thunder in the distance during a thunderstorm, like that rumbling sound. So those three are my top picks for sure. Cloud, Nimbus, or Rumble. Oh, the the reason I picked Nimbus was because it was like at the time I came up with it, I was rewatching some classic Dragon Ball, and I thought, wow, that's a great name. It would be good for the Zapdos. But yeah, that's a good coincidence too. I didn't know that was the highest condensation cloud type. Cloud is the more generic of the three, but I still like it too. It's also like a nice Final Fantasy reference because Cloud does have like blondish hair. Zapdos is a nice yellowish blonde, I guess. Do I stream often? I only stream on weekends, most weekends. If I have free time during the week, I'll like squeeze in a stream every now and then. But I only started recently, like a month ago. And next week, I won't be streaming. I'll be on vacation. So I'll be back to streaming probably in about 2 weeks. But after that, it should be regular weekend streams every week. But yeah, good luck on that chancy lucky egg hunt. That's definitely a tough one. It's like 5%, right? On top of the rare chancy encounter too. Thank you, thank you. Right after this stream, I will be taking like probably like a 30-minute break, and I will be back to a different stream where I will be hunting for um my diamond, pearl, and platinum shiny starter. So today will be a nice day for streaming. I'll probably stream 3 hours for that hunt, but yeah, that's the plan for today. Hopefully I can get Zapdos before then. If not, that's fine. Oh man, 5% on top of a 1%. That's a rough odds. No, yeah, if you enjoy it, the work is always worth it. You know what? I should probably swap out my chargers really quick. This one is on red already. Just wiggle it out. There we go. Have you shiny hunted in Gen 2 recently? Just curious. Because I know there's some pretty nice shinies in Gen 2. I know that Cyndaquil is, I think it's only in Gen 2 does it have purple fire. And there's also Charizard. Charizard is purple in Gen 2. Oh, not recently. Okay. Oh, you replayed Crystal at least a dozen times on the virtual console. That's cool. Oh, so that's like your new forever save now. Oh yeah, having another extra 3DS on hand with homebrew is always good. Um, yeah, but good luck on your any future endeavors. That's good to hear. I think the last time I played Crystal on the virtual console, it was probably like 2018, 2019, around there. And I decided to solo run with my Chikorita. And because of that, it's like one of my favorite starters of all time. I think I still have that save file somewhere. I just have to look for my old 3DS. But no, yeah, Crystal was so fun to play through with Chikorita. Yeah, Gen 2 does get a lot of hate. Um, yeah, I think it only happened recently where people started hating on it. Because before it was like the fan favorite, undisputed number one. Backtracking, it's not always a bad thing. I like to think about it as going back and revisiting old areas to find new things. Like, you can discover things you didn't notice on your first pass around. And the whole thing about grinding and team building, I feel like it's a silly argument because, you could really enjoy the game with any Pokemon. And if you have to worry about team building, then you're not really enjoying the game. Gen 2 is like Animal Crossing, and not many people like it. I've never played it, so I can't really say much about Animal Crossing, but I hear it's good. Oh, your first game was Sun. Yo, that's cool. When Sun and Moon came out, I think that was my last favorite era of Pokemon because the community felt so alive and cohesive, and there was just so many fun things surrounding Pokemon back then. The games were amazing. The anime, that season of it was my favorite. And that was also the first generation that I introduced my younger siblings to Pokemon. And those were their first games, so I have a lot of fond memories of Sun and Moon. I think Sun and Moon also gets undeserved hate, and most of it just comes from cutscenes, which I think is also silly. Like, they're just cutscenes. Everything else is amazing. Oh, so Animal Crossing is like Minecraft in a way? Because I did play Minecraft like way back in like 2013, 14. Um, and it was similar to that play style. No clear goal, but a lot of stuff to do. Yeah, Animal Crossing sounds like fun when you put it that way. I'm guessing that's why so many people loved Pokopia, because I heard it was like Animal Crossing but Pokemon. Yeah, that's a cool friend. Not many people just give out their old collections. That's cool that you found Animal Crossing that way. It's like a nice core memory. Oh, you're hunting Mewtwo right now. Now, good luck with that hunt. Mewtwo is such a nice shiny. How many encounters are you into the Mewtwo hunt? Just curious. Ooh, 186. That's pretty good. And on the Switch too. Nice. Well, hopefully you find it soon. Oh, you just started last night? Yeah, then you're at a pretty good pace already if you're at 186. Are you hunting the Mewtwo for anything in specific or just for like your collection? On one console. So that's like like what, 3 encounters a minute, so about 180 an hour. Um, yeah, you're at a pretty good pace. So it should take you to reach odds at least around 35 to 40 hours, assuming you get to like the actual odds. You could find it way sooner. Ooh, shiny Regirock and Rayquaza. Those are cool shinies too. To a science. Yeah, because my first ever hunt on the channel was a shiny Bulbasaur for Firered and Leafgreen, and I started on one console. On the Japanese versions, the encounters go by much faster because the text boxes, they produce at a much faster rate. So you would average on a Japanese game 3 starter encounters a minute, and it's soft resets, so it should be around the same for Mewtwo. But thankfully, that Bulbasaur hunt took me around like 1,200 encounters, just around there. So I got mine's pretty early. Hashtag true gamer. Yeah, that was the first ever hunt on the channel, and I think it took me like less than a week to find, which would have been almost exactly a year ago today. No, I know what you mean. Because for my free time, all of it goes to this channel, and when I don't have free time, I'm either working or with family or friends. So, yeah, you have to min max your time, especially the older you get. And the weekends is when I have the most free time. And if I don't have much going on, um, like in the mornings, that's when I like to stream. In the afternoon, that's for like anything else I would want to do. But yeah, you gotta be on a schedule, no matter what. Structure is the key to results and success. The ripe old age of 19. Um, so I've been hunting Zapdos since the start of August, but I've only streamed like 6 times hunting Zapdos. Um, so it's been about a month, but in total it's been like 12 hours of streaming. And then I had to take a break last week because my power went out and all of my GBA chargers stopped working, so I had to order a new one. So yeah, this is the first Zapdos hunt in a while. Yeah, usually for most streams, I aim for at least 1,000 encounters. Um, so I'm going pretty slow. But usually if I have like free time in the mornings, I'll try to squeeze in a couple hundred. But that's very rare. Yeah, the only reason I'm hunting Zapdos is because I want to use it in Pokemon Emerald's Battle Tower for a singles team, and I'm aiming to go for the world record using a Zapdos. Um, but that's a long way from here because I still need to hunt the other two team members. Because for the Emerald Battle Frontier, I only want to use shinies in it. Because if I'm gonna take on the Frontier and go for like high records, I might as well do it with shinies, you know? Like, just make the most out of it with my limited time. Um, for the majority of my shinies, I just use the natures that come with them. I know I can manipulate the RNG to get like what I need, but I'm no expert in RNG manipulation, so I think I'll just take what I can get. Um, it would be nice, but that's part of the challenge, you know? Oh, that's a pretty good goal for your crystal save. Good luck on those goals. I also want to do the same for my Generation 4 series. Um, use only shinies in the Frontier and try to beat the Frontier with those shinies. And the first step for that is my shiny starter live stream, so got a lot of work to do. But thankfully, I'll spread all that out like during this coming year, so there's no rush. I have looked out a couple of times with some shiny natures. Um, like I have a sassy natured Milotic, which raises special defense and lowers speed. And while it's not perfect, it's still one of the best. So I got pretty lucky with that one. Um, what else do I have? Oh, I have a naive nature Alakazam from the game corner. It raises speed and lowers special defense. So that was another good nature that I got. But for EVs, since you can train them any way you want, sometimes it more than makes up for the bad IVs and natures, so um, it's not all bad. Oh, you haven't played a Gen 2 game yet. Um, like if you ever do, definitely try out either Crystal or Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Those three are like the best. Whoa, hidden ability Adamant Bagon and it's shiny? That's insane. Congrats on that. Yeah, it is a big time investment. Oh, that's why I'm excited about the virtual console release for the eventual Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald ports, because more people would get access to those games on, I guess, somewhat official hardware, like the Switch. It's not original, but it's still official, so I'm really looking forward to that. Oh yeah, shiny hunting in Gen 6 and 7 is pretty cool. They have so many methods. There's um the hoarding counters, fish chaining, there's the SOS calls, there's Masuda method, and then there's a classic full odds. But even then, the new full odds like half odds, so um, there's pretty good odds no matter what. And then there's the shiny charm, which boosts that even further. So shiny hunting in those generations is amazing. Yeah, because Nintendo's eventually going to port Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald the way they did Fire Red and Leaf Green. Oh, and I agree with the priciness of the older games. Thankfully, I got most of mine pretty cheap because they're Japanese versions. Then I have my original childhood games. So, yeah, I got pretty lucky. Oh, you just faced for the second time in the Safari Zone? The shiny Nidoran. Hmm. Yo, congrats on that phase. Well, that's a lot for shiny Rowlet. Shiny Rowlet was actually my shortest ever shiny hunt in Ultra Sun. I was doing Masuda method for shiny Rowlet, and no, shiny Litten. I got it after like 90 eggs maybe, and then I decided to start hunting for a shiny Rowlet, and literally 3 eggs later I got my shiny, and it had the hidden ability. So yeah, I really love those games for shiny hunting. It's so convenient. Yeah, they're releasing it for the Switch eventually. There's a lot of rumors and speculation, and considering they already did Firered and Leafgreen, it's like almost guaranteed. And usually for DS lights, you could find them for pretty cheap. The cheapest I've seen was like around 30. Most expensive probably goes up to 100, but that's still a pretty good deal for a DS Lite. Oh yeah, doing the runaway method for Zapdos is much faster than soft resetting, since you don't have to sit through the title screen or the recaps. Um, it just progresses at a way faster rate, so it's way more convenient. But let me catch up on chat really quick. I'm like super far behind. Okay, just give me like 1 minute to read everything. Oh wow, this this game has a faulty battery, so sometimes it soft resets on its own every couple of hours. And that just happened, so wow. Okay, let me catch up on chat. Imagine you get the shiny Zapdos, what happens then? Well, I'll start hunting for the next team member of this Battle Frontier team. Um, but yeah, shutting down Pokemon Bank sucks. The connectivity is really what was keeping people playing the older games. Yeah, you can never have too many DSs. Gotta build that collection. Yeah, good luck to all of you on your shiny hunts. If you get any shinies, do let me know. It's always nice to keep up with people. Oh, and then the game soft resetting. I imagine that was the shiny. Yeah, it really does suck for Ribbon Masters. I was going to do that for most of my shinies, but unfortunately, I started my channel too late, and now we're on a time crunch, so I'll have to scrap my Ribbon Master quest. The highest my Pokemon can go up to, realistically, would be Gen 5. And with a homebrewed 3DS, you can transfer them up to Gen 7. But after that, they're just stuck in Gen 7. Oh, they caused your tracker to freeze. Apologies. 2, 3. Yeah, I really do need to get a new battery for this one. It's still on the original battery. But yeah, for those of you who just recently joined, we started this live stream at 4,000, and the goal is to reach 5,000. So once we reach 5K, I'll probably take like a 30-minute break, maybe an hour-long break, and I'll be back to live streaming soon after in Generation 4 for a shiny Sinnoh starter. Um, so yeah, today is a nice day for live streaming. And we're almost at 5K, so that break is coming pretty soon. I wonder what's gonna happen to the Ribbon Master Challenge. Like, will they still count Pokemon stuck in old generations as Ribbon Masters, since that's as high as they can go now? Or are they just disqualified from being Ribbon Masters because they can't get transferred up? Yeah, just for the games it can go up to. Because I hope they're still called Ribbon Masters and not something else like pseudo Ribbon Masters. Because then that just like take the value out of the hard work already put into them. Although it would make collecting all the ribbons possible much easier. That way you don't have to worry about every new release going forward. Oh yeah, Ribbon Masters would also start at the Sword and Shield era. Oh yeah, because before going up to Gen 4, I need to make sure I obtain all of the ribbons I can, most specifically the ones from Pokemon Coliseum. I already have the GameCube and everything to do it. I just need to play through the actual Coliseum game. I have it in Japanese, so I'll have to get used to playing through it that way. How do you soft reset on the SP? Oh, it's like this. Select start A and B. Yeah, it's that's simple, but it's still much slower than running away by like a couple of seconds. Yeah, they wouldn't be the maximum possible Ribbon Masters, but you know. Oh, it's missing some buttons. Oh, I appreciate that. Oh yeah, I should be ending stream at 5K, so I'll be back like 30 minutes or an hour afterwards. So, oh yeah, thanks for stopping by regardless. Oh, what was the other situation for Ribbon Masters in the past? Oh, the mythic ribbon. Yeah, limited time ribbons really do suck. I don't think they should exist. Oh, Scarlet and Violet has some too? Speaking of ribbons, for the Switch versions of Firered and Leafgreen, when you send those Pokemon to Pokemon Home, they have an origin mark. However, Pokemon from like the original physical Firered and Leafgreens, they don't have an origin mark. And I think that really does suck because if anything, they are like more authentic in a way. They're from like the physical hardware. And the only reason for that is because when you transfer Pokemon up to Pokemon Transporter in Gen 5, Pokemon Transporter erases the Met location data and then it sends it to Bank. Um, so once it's in Bank, it doesn't have its origin game anymore. All it has is like if it's from Sinnoh, Hoenn, or Kanto, but it doesn't actually register its original game like the like Gen 3 games. So yeah, that's why they don't have origin marks, which I think is so unfortunate. Well, we got like 14 more encounters before we reach 5,000. 1, 2, 3. Hopefully some of these are shiny. If not, we'll just continue either tomorrow in the morning or 2 weeks from now, since I will be on vacation for most of this coming week. Yeah, I only live stream on weekends guaranteed, but sometimes, occasionally during the week. There's a Ribbon Master ranking competitive. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright. Will these be shiny? Nope. Alright, 2 more runaway encounters and we'll call it a stream. Again, thank you guys for showing up. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Hype, comment, and share. I will be back to streaming in about 30 minutes to an hour in Generation 4 for a shiny starter. I don't know which starter we should hunt yet, so if you have any suggestions, do let me know. But yeah, we will be taking a short break momentarily. Okay, let's see. Will these last 3 be shiny? I hope they are. 1, 2, 3. 5,001. Okay, let's see. Nothing. Alright, well, that's fine. Again, thank you guys for showing up. please like and subscribe, and I'll be back in about 1 hour. Thank you.